Hey people, welcome to the channel. Stay for this one. It's quite funny. The 5 most idiotic things the Star Citizen fanboys say against Starfield. So you've probably heard this in chat or reading in Spectrum, and it is blowing my mind. It's not just once or twice. It's several times that I've heard this 5 claims. And as you know, Starfield is coming up September 6th. We're super happy about that, especially those of us that play Star Citizen, and we're not insane. We just want to have fun with this game. There's a little bit of a love-hate relationship. If you want to try Star Citizen, you have the referral there below. Follow my advice. Don't buy more than your starter ship, 45, 50 bucks. Don't spend more than that. Be very wary, very careful with the marketing strategies trying to convince you to spend more money. But at the same time, there's some people out there that are really crazy. Some of the fanboys, some of the white knights that will defend and try to justify why you should never touch Starfield, and Star Citizen is by far the best space sim ever. More on that later. But let's go with these 5 points. Number 1, one of the most stupid things I've ever heard in my life, it will be buggy, bro. It's gonna be a buggy mess. Haven't you played any Bethesda game before? They're always super buggy. Are you literally crazy? Have you played Star Citizen for even a minute? It is the most buggy, broken mess of an alpha I've ever played in my life. It's a giant fucking cockroach how much buggy that game is. It is a bug. It is a giant insect that you're playing, right? Seriously, you die when you walk and you drop dead for no reason all the time. You're climbing up a stair, you drop and you die. You're opening a door, the door closes and you die. You're leaving a hangar with your ship, you explode. You're landing your ship, you explode too. You crash against stuff that is not even there. You're delivering a box and the place where you're supposed to deliver is in the center of the planet. You spawn and you log in and appear anywhere and you die. And when you wake up, you die. And you die all the time for no reason, and most of the missions are broken, and that's Star Citizen. The idea that you can even point your finger and say, it's gonna be buggy, you should be ashamed of yourself for being so fucking stupid for even saying that, and yet I've seen that numerous times. I played Skyrim when it first came out. Fallout, yeah, a few bugs here and there, nothing too drastic. Yeah, you just ignore it, some glitchy graphic. Yeah, some mission that maybe didn't work all that great. Nothing really significant. At least I hadn't had that kind of experience. I played Cyberpunk, which was pretty broken and pretty buggy. And yeah, after a couple patches, it was running great. I played from day one Cyberpunk, and I enjoyed it. And it was nowhere near as buggy and broken as Star Citizen. So yeah, forget about that. Number 2, almost as stupid. It's a single player, bro. It's not a multiplayer. Enjoy your single player. Dude, no one gives a damn. In fact, 80-90% of people playing Star Citizen right now, they would appreciate not coming across anyone else. You're mining, you're delivering stuff, boxes, you're taking cargo, and you're scared of seeing even a player, and you're just trying to do missions and you don't want to be messed with. You're doing a bunker and you don't want an idiot showing up and shooting you, and like it happened yesterday to me, a pad rammer just trying to flip your ship for no reason like an idiot. So most of the time, most people don't care about the multiplayer and would be happy to do it single player, but they don't have a choice. And they would be even more happy and more for it if they actually had a real actual game, which you don't have in Star Citizen. So the idea that, oh, it's gonna be aren't there fantastic single player games? Haven't you ever played a single player game? You don't know how great a single player game can be? Some of the best games out there are single player, not exactly multiplayer. And if you love multiplayer so much, Star Citizen is definitely not what you should be doing. You have so many much better multiplayer games. It's actually pretty broken and terrible as a multiplayer. I've had some fun multiplayer experience with Star Citizen, playing with someone else. I even enjoy that, even though I don't PvP much myself. I do enjoy when someone tries to engage with you, adds a little bit of risk, and yeah, that's cool. It is most of the time something that I don't care much about, and which much rather have an actual game to play, and I enjoy single player games a heck of a lot, and most people do the same. Again, 80-90% of people, you will have those 10% that are PvPers and are always looking to hook up with someone else to play. Yeah, sure, but there's the idea that, oh, it's a single player. Okay, Enjoy your number 3. Enjoy your loading screen, bro. It's gonna be loading screens and cutscenes, and there's not gonna be a seamless transition. You know what Todd Howard said? That we tried the seamless transitions from space to atmosphere, didn't work all that great, and we didn't want to waste time doing something that at the end of the day was not all that relevant. So what's the point? In fact, more often than not, people eventually get bored of having to fly atmospheric all the time, and they would rather have something to go quickly from point A to point B without wasting time. Loading screens, you really bring up loading screens when you have to wait for fucking trains in a video game, for elevators in a video game. You have claim times. You have to wait for your ship to be claimed 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, a fucking hour waiting for your $1,000 spaceship because it has to be delivered. Oh, because everyone would be flying. Yeah, we would all be flying. That's the point. We want to have fun. We want to do all that stuff. It's a game. It's a video game. Why not? Why wait me? Why? And you're complaining about loading screens that maybe take a couple seconds when you're waiting for trains for a minute, waiting for over a minute. Why? I mean, yeah, I'd rather have something that's quicker and works better. Yeah, small 2-second loading screen when going from the inside to interior to exterior, and it actually works better, and they have good FPS shooting experience. Yeah, all day long. I'll take that all day long. In fact, I'll appreciate not having to waste time like a fool flying to a spot where they didn't even bother putting a quantum travel marker for you to go just a little bit faster for once. It is 30% of the time, 40% of the time, really, maybe 50% of the time in Star Citizen, you're wasting time waiting or flying when it should be faster. It is a game, okay? Oh, but this gives me the perfect segue to point number 4. It's a space simulator, bro. It's a space sim. Enjoy your video game, Starfield. I'll stay in my space sim, Star Citizen. No, you stupid child. It is not a simulator by any definition. You're not simulating anything. You're not flying a spaceship. You're pressing a couple keys and moving your mouse or your joystick. That's not how spaceships actually work. That's not how any ship of any kind works. You're playing a game, and in fact, many of the things that you see in Star Citizen are not realistic whatsoever. There's zero realism. You die and you're instantly spawned in a different location with your memories. What kind of simulator is that? And by the way, why is it that we cannot have like teleporters? If you have that kind of technology, why can't you have like a teleporter instead of waiting for elevators and going down bunkers with an elevator and having, trains take you from one place to the other, and you can respawn an entire human being in a second, but you cannot make a ship that's made of metal and mechanical parts in the same amount of time? Why? What kind of technology is it? What kind of simulator? In fact, some of the things that Starfield does are a lot more of a simulator than than the Star Citizen. For example, when you shoot in Starfield with ballistics, you're pushed back when you're in 0G, which is a real thing. You don't have that in Star Citizen. In fact, if you take off your suit, and I did it, they say that the suit compensates. It's not true. Suit does not compensate for a damn thing. You take your suit off, you will die, but if you shoot, you don't move 1 inch. Nothing at all. So it's not true that you do that. Final point, number 5. PEZ. It's groundbreaking technology, bro. We're doing things here that's never been done before. Really? What? Waiting for over a decade to deliver nothing? That's what's never been done before? Yeah, persistent entity streaming. You know what? We have a pile of shit that we'd rather not have, and the things that we want to persist, like your ships, you get lost all the time because of broken databases. Yeah, not so much. Covered that before, but you get my point. Lots of the things they say you get are not even there, and the idea that you leave a gun under a rock and you come back a month later and it's still there, no, it does not work like that. That is not true. That is you saying insanity, because it does not work that way. Every once in a while, when you log in quickly enough, or you give it a little bit of time for it to refresh sometime, because it often needs that, sometimes you get lucky and damn, my crap is still there. Great. But it's not what you were told. It's not what they claim it would be, at least not now, probably not ever. Folks, if you enjoy this, leave a thumbs up. Let me know what other stupid things you've heard people claim regarding Starfield versus Star Citizen. I'd like to read that as well. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Take care.